Hi, everybody. Are you as exhausted as I am? This has been wild, hasn't it? I remember right before spring break, one of you I think it was in the Tuesday, Thursday section, asked me, have you ever seen anything like this before? And I very truthfully said, no, I haven't. Obviously, we've had pandemics before, SARS, bird flu, HIV, but never one like this, never one with consequences like this one has had. So we're all just kind of treading water and trying to make it up as we go because we are in a place that we haven't been before as educators and as students. So today I'm mainly going to talk about just that and then a little bit about the class. But you guys know that I'm rather fickle throughout the semester. I've adjusted the schedule, I've postponed assignments, I've canceled certain things. So in a way this is business as usual. But it also has occurred to me as I've spent hours and hours making assignments out and loading them on Blackboard and etc., that of course it's also taking you a lot of time to read all of the things I've posted, to watch all the PowerPoints I've posted, let alone reading and responding to the literature and writing your papers, the stuff that the class is really all about. I have long contended that the level of technology in higher education today makes many routine tasks much more complex and much more difficult than they need to be. And I still believe that's true, although in other ways, of course, the technology is very beneficial. I think the tendency when I'm teaching online and when I'm on top of my game is to make up for the face time that we would have in class by just being busy on Blackboard, posting a lot of stuff and assigning a lot of stuff. And while walking my dog yesterday evening, thought, this is not going well. This is not the dynamic I want us to end the semester with, particularly when we're reading literature, something I love dearly. These stories, these poems, ones that I've chosen myself because I think that they have something to say about the human condition and that they have something hopefully to say to you as readers and as young people. And it seemed to me like a lot of the process stuff is getting in the way. So long and short of it, I'm going to try to strip things down to the bare essentials for the rest of the semester. The other factor was I heard from Academic Affairs yesterday that they want the final assignment in each class to be due during the day that the final exam was designated for. So even though we're not having a final exam, that final essay, Essay 4, will now be due during the day that your section's final exam was scheduled. So that means some of you will have it due on Monday of finals week, some of you will have it due on Tuesday, and some of you will have it due on Wednesday. And the schedules that I've posted now and the revised Essay 3 assignment sheets reflect some changes in the schedule. Basically, all the Essay 3 drafts are now due next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, depending on when your final exam is a couple of weeks after that. I also decided to do away with the peer review process. Many of you struggled on Turnitin last time. It's the first time I'd ever attempted to use it on Turnitin, so I couldn't really help you much because not being able to experience it as a student and not having used the program before, I wanted to give it a try. I gave it a try. I did not like the results. Now, I have to say, some of you, I think, did a great job. I know several students told me they got some really good feedback from their peer group members. I've been doing peer review for over 30 years, and I have found that no matter how I structure the assignment, whether I make it very formal with a checklist or a report that people have to turn in and it's timed and all of that, or whether I make it very informal, hey, you guys get together and talk about your papers. The quality of the process really depends on the individual students and that particular mix of students within that group. And every semester I have students that, I have to run them out of class at the end of the 50 minutes or at the end of the 75 minutes because they're still talking about their papers and they're really into it. And then I have students that, in 15 minutes say, oh, yeah, we're through. Either because they really aren't confident enough to be able to offer good advice, or because they just want to go back to their dorm room and play Fortnite, So I decided to get rid of the peer review on these last two papers. I mean, it's enough that you're going to have two papers due in a short time frame. They are both short papers. Essay 4 will be the same minimum length, 750 words, so about 2.5, 3 pages. Essay 4 will require maybe a little bit more research, but not a whole lot more. So they're both fairly simple assignments compared to what you've done up until now. All right. So I just wanted to set your mind at ease about that. So let me review real fast. For this week, obviously you've got The Lottery by Shirley Jackson to read. You've got 3 poems by Ana Castillo, Langston Hughes, and my man Tom Lux to read. You need to write 2 discussion board posts, 1 in reaction to The Lottery, and then 1 on any one of the 3 poems, either Castillo's, Hughes's, or Lux's, your choice. And then there's a reading quiz, and I just posted it a little while ago. It's just like the one last week. You'll have 10 minutes to complete it once you start. You can't do it more than once, so once you start, you need to finish it. And again, you've got a 10-minute window to do that. It'll display all 10 questions at once, so you can scroll down and go back to ones if you wish. Each question is worth 2 points, so a total of 20 points for that quiz. So for this week, through Sunday night at 11:59, read the story, the 3 poems, do the 2 discussion board posts, and take the quiz. And then Essay 3, the personal reaction paper, will be due either Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, depending on which section you're in. And again, you'll find that specific day on the schedule and on the essay assignment sheet on your Blackboard page. And then we'll start the last part of the unit. Start to say Unit 4. It's all Unit 3 because it's all literature. And then we'll go on and do the same thing again, and then culminating in the final essay. I haven't decided exactly what it's going to be. I'm kicking around a couple of ideas, but as I said, it'll be relatively short. I did allude to some extra credit. I don't know for sure if I'll get those posted today. As I said, it may be tomorrow. It's already, almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I haven't had a chance to get to them yet. Obviously, there will be virtual extra credit assignments, and I will give you some suggestions for things that you could check out online. There are museums, for instance, that offer virtual tours of their art collections. There are places where you can go listen to certain music or watch certain types of performances. There are literary sites where you can go read poetry or short stories. So I'll be looking for things of that sort and then asking you to report on your virtual visits to those sites. And again, each of the extra credit reports that you turn in would be worth 10 points, although I'm considering maybe making it 15. And you can do a few of those throughout the rest of the semester if you want to make up some extra credit points. And again, I'll try to have that assignment sheet posted either later today or definitely sometime tomorrow. Again, hang in there. I know that from the very top, from President Evans down through academic affairs, all the vice presidents, the deans, down to every faculty member, we want you to succeed. My personal goal for this semester is that I want every student who does not drop or is not dropped by me to finish this semester with a C or better in all of my classes. That's what I want to see happen, and I'm here to help you make that happen. So if you're worried about your grade because you didn't turn in something earlier in the semester, that's passed, but there are going to be some extra credit opportunities, and obviously we've got these 2 remaining essay assignments, we've got the discussion board posts, we've got the quizzes, so you have ample opportunity in most cases to bring your grade up, and I'll be happy to talk to you individually about ways of doing that. Other than that, I sincerely hope that each and every one of you is well, that neither you nor anyone else in your family has gotten sick with the virus. I know that many of you probably are working in essential employment. If you work in certain retail establishments, or if you're working in restaurants that are offering takeout or curbside service, you can't. You may not have the luxury of working from home like I do and like many of my colleagues do. Please be careful. Please follow all the safety guidelines. I know you've heard it over and over again, but it bears repeating. Keep up with your NOC email because there's a lot of things going on. I know that there was another email sent out today, FAQs, right? Frequently asked questions about NOC and coronavirus. I would encourage you to look through that. There's a section on there about grades because NOC has decided, as several other schools have, due to the disruption in the semester that COVID-19 has caused, to offer students the option of pass or no pass type system. But there are some problems with that, particularly if you're going to be applying to any kind of a professional program later on, like med school or law school or veterinary school, or in certain engineering programs, allied health programs, etc. So particularly if you're in any of those fields, look at those FAQs, look at the emails that the school is sending out regularly, because there is some very useful information in there that could help you make some wise choices in some of your classes this semester. Couple things finally. One, enrollment. I haven't had a single one of my advisees contact me yet about summer or fall, fall classes. That's what we're primarily focusing on now. We do, by the way, still have openings in summer classes. I have been asked, are summer classes going to be available live? And the answer is no. All summer classes will either be synchronous classes taught via Zoom, meaning that, for instance, in my Comp 1 class in June, I'll be probably here in this room. I'm gonna try to set up a studio with a whiteboard and things like that in one of my spare bedrooms. But it'll meet each day, and everyone will have to log in each day, and we'll all be connected through video stream, and it'll be a real class, right? Just done virtually instead of face to face. So some of the classes will be Zoom classes, others will be online classes like what this one has become, where you do the work at your own pace, you have a certain deadline for everything, etc. So look through the summer schedule and you'll see they'll be designated either as Zoom or as online classes, and that's the main difference. Again, the regular online classes are called asynchronous, meaning you don't have to log on at a certain time every day to hear a lecture or participate in a discussion or take a quiz, etc. But if it says Zoom, then you do. Right? And remember, for the Zoom classes, you'll need a good camera on your computer, a good microphone, and a pretty good DSL or Wi-Fi broadband
because the video streaming obviously requires that. So be sure that before you log out, before you enroll in one of those Zoom classes, that you're ready for it. As for fall, who knows? Our sincere hope is that we can offer regular face-to-face classes again, that we can be all back on campus, that our athletic teams, our soccer teams can start practicing in August as they have every August for a long, long time, that we'll have students in the dorms, that life will resume normalcy, but there's no guarantee of that at this point, because we don't know when the virus is going to peak, and we don't know what steps the federal and state governments are going to take in terms of loosening some of the restrictions that we have upon us. So as of right now, we're hoping for the best. Some decision will be made over the summer about fall classes, depending on what we see going on. Well, I said this was going to be a short video, and as you can see, I lied. You guys know that once I start talking, it's hard to get me to shut up. But again, I would just tell you, if any of you are having mental health problems related to the current stress, there is help available. And again, the FAQ that went out today from the school via email, if you scroll down through it, you'll find a list of mental health resources in Ponca City, in Enid, and Stillwater to try to serve as many of our students as possible. I will be happy to talk to you about anything and everything. It doesn't have to be about the class, but if you have any concerns, any questions, feel free to email me, text me, call me, and I'm here to help you. Okay? All right, I guess that's it. Again, I'll be in touch. I don't know if I'll do another video or not, but I'll certainly bombard you with a few more emails, but not too many more. The end is in sight. Stay strong, stay focused, try to finish this semester the best you can, and then we can all hope that next semester lots of things will be better. Okay? Take care of yourselves. As I've been saying in all my emails, stay safe, stay well. God bless. Bye.